What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 182 of the Cheesy Controller Podcast. I'm your host, Anton LaPlatte. Joining me, as always, we have the mech of Stardew Valley, Chris Montalbano.
What's up, everybody? We got so much great news for you, but the greatest news of all, even with all these games shown, is our greatest host got married this week.
Oh, yeah, I did. I did get married. That's why we recorded early last week. That's why we didn't watch Summer Game Fest live, because I was getting married.
Yeah.
I had a great time.
Day.
Yeah. We got some amazing pictures. Thank you to everybody who was there. Shout out to Radic for DJing, bringing the energy, you know.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Having using music to facilitate some of the highlights, as far as seeing some of the videos, things multiple people were video recording because they were good moments, and a couple of those moments were specifically because of Radic. Shout out to you guys for being amazing groomsmen and being there, and we looked fire, we killed it. But we got a jam-packed episode for you guys this week. We're going to be talking about all of the Summer Game Fest Key 3 summertime festivities, ranging from Xbox and Summer Game Fest itself, getting into Netflix Geek Week, getting into the Capcom Showcase, getting into the Devolver Showcase. The fact that we tried to cover as much as possible, and there's still things we missed, and there's still cool games and cool announcements and cool things going on. I'm sure we're going to have news and stories to talk about for weeks to come. But until then, enjoy this. Okay, so I want to start off, I guess we can go in chronological order of all of the things that were going on, because it's E3. It's
E3. I mean,
Key 3.
We did PlayStation last episode because they were early to the game.
But PlayStation went first, got ahead of the game. Then the next one was Summer Game Fest, right?
Yeah, Summer Snooze Fest.
I don't know. I feel like it was decent. It had Callisto Protocol gameplay. Alien.
I mean, it was solid, but luckily we didn't have to sit through it firsthand.
Right.
That's what it seems like.
I didn't watch it. I got the spark notes of it.
I watched the 7-minute everything in 7 minutes just now.
Yeah.
I mean, I checked Twitter later on that night. Nothing was really popping off. I was like, okay, I've kind of scrolled through it, seen all the news, and nothing excited me.
There's some games that I want. They showed some games that I'm interested in.
I mean, Cuphead DLC was there.
Yeah, I really don't. I think it was how they presented everything that really kind of failed. It wasn't the games that were shown that failed it. It was the presentation itself and how the flow went throughout the presentation that kind of failed it.
I saw the clip of The Rock. That was
yeah, that was a little, I don't know, that was weird to me. Yeah. I specifically watched that and I was like, this seems
may know me as
sponsored.
The foundation.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know, dude. You're funnier than this. I actually liked the last few movies you were in. This is weird that I don't know. He was weird in this. It kind of just the flow of this was off.
I don't know. It had
good moments.
Right, because we got Guile, even though the character roster leaked, getting a Guile trailer, getting Callisto Protocol gameplay was cool, because I know you were hype after the initial showing, and then seeing this and getting the context that this is coming out before Dead Space Remake, so...
Yeah, it's going to be dope.
Yeah. You're about to be eating... Well, you are eating, Chris,
Currently, literally played a game today because of one of the showcases that were shown this week.
Oh, yeah. I played multiple games because of the showcases that happened this week. So, Modern Warfare 2, I like the showing,
Chef's Kiss, my favorite Modern Warfare. We'll be playing this game. It does look good.
You know, it's a different game, just with the same name.
I mean, yeah. But it's Modern Warfare. Like, that series has always captured me. Even the last one that I just like solely bought on PC was like Modern Warfare 4, or just was it called just Modern Warfare? Yeah. Like that Modern Warfare of Call of Duty series that they have, like different like takes on warfare. Modern Warfare has always been my favorite. I know most people like Black Ops, but like Modern Warfare is like that one. So I'm here for Modern Warfare to reboot, different take.
It's just Modern Warfare.
Either way, go to
Modern Warfare 2 2022 in parentheses.
In parentheses.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks good to me.
Okay.
I didn't.
Ghost is in jorts, jeans, whatever you like.
I will say a big takeaway from that for me was Riot games on Game Pass. Like,
well, that was part of Xbox.
That was Xbox's. Yeah, this is games.
Yeah, this is Summer Games Fest.
Yeah, Summer Games Fest.
Xbox was on Sunday. This was on Thursday of last week.
Well, Anton was
2 weeks ago.
Right.
Yeah, while
this was happening.
So I checked Twitter after the fact. The only thing that stood out to me was The Last of Us Part 1. But going back and looking at some of these things...
actually, Bolt Gun. That's the game that I want to play. Because I like Warhammer, and it's like, you turned Warhammer into like a DOS-style Doom clone. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you like Doom, there were a lot of games.
It's a lot of Doom likes.
There was a lot of Doom likes this
I know
summer.
we're gonna get
Doom / Dead Space likes.
We're gonna get into Xboxes, but like Scorn felt very Doom, but like dark metal, death metal-y than Doom. Or Doom, yeah.
I mean, Doom is just...
It is metal, but like there were some games that like try to take that to the next level and put like we're in the part of the death metal Doom genre.
Like
Metal Hellsinger for sure.
Doom is your traditional death metal, blood, violence, and chainsaw. Scorn is your H.R. Giger style bullshit, like the motherfucker who created the alien.
Yeah.
The xenomorphs from Alien. That kind
of that's exactly what that felt like.
Okay, so another one that stood out to me was Goat Simulator 3. They kind of did the trailer with like a Dead Island 2 fake out. Then it was just Goat Simulator. So
if you haven't played Goat Simulator, please go play that. I think it's on Game Pass. Like if you just have Game Pass, you can download.
It was on PlayStation Plus too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it really was. Like
I feel
if you have anything, you probably have Goat Simulator on something.
Just give it a chance. It sounds ridiculous, but it's just plain old fun.
So
degenerate fun, but fun.
I mentioned it earlier, but Cuphead, the delicious last course. We got like a new trailer. People got to actually get hands on with the demo. It's going to be $8.
I need more of the Cuphead show.
Part of Netflix's thing is we are getting more. Yeah, Geek Week. We're getting more of the Cuphead show. So
nice.
Cuphead kind of had the 1-2 punch of like, all right, coming soon.
Nice.
Good price point.
That is a solid price point. Did they say how big it's going to be, or is it just like a...
It's the biggest island in the game, so it's a new island, and it's bigger than any of the other islands.
And it's only $8. That's a solid deal.
Oh, there's no Goat Simulator 2? They just jumped to 3 for jokes? That's
hilarious.
Neon White... and it's like out as of or it comes out like midnight tonight as of recording, and so.
Yeah, I hear that shit is fire.
That game looks so cool.
Yeah, I've had my eye on it like since they dropped the original trailer. I was like, okay,
hard-based shooter, like what?
It's all about the runs. Yeah.
I don't know if this news was part of Summer Games Fest because I'm just kind of looking at this list, but TMNT Shredder's Revenge. I know it's getting 6-player co-op.
Yeah, that was a part of it.
And so,
6-player co-op?
Yeah.
Ooh.
They're adding freaking Tracy, a boy with the hockey stick.
It's actually reviewing like really well.
Yeah, that's another one that I think drops at midnight tonight. So like that was one of the things we saw a bunch of games that are like imminent, or just like things that are just out now.
Raekwon and Ghostface Killah did a song for it.
Oh yeah, I was hearing clips.
So for all you Wu-Tang niggas,
I heard it was good. I haven't heard the song fully, but people who have heard the song fully have been saying it's, a decent song. So
it's a banger.
I don't feel like people are that hot on it that it's like a banger, but
I mean, for a video game song that came out randomly,
I don't know.
I'm not saying it's climbing the charts.
I was about to say there's been a lot of video game songs that are bangers.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You don't hear them on the radio.
I will admit I didn't.
That's true.
Really listen to it. I forgot it existed.
So they showed One Piece Odyssey, which
Monkey D. Luffy.
It's like Oda's actually involved in the creation of this game, so
yeah, it looks fine. Like the the trailer's funny because it shows them like literally fighting the sky.
That's hilarious.
It takes that anime opening trope where they're fighting the sky, but they were like legitimately fighting the sky.
Mm-hmm.
That's a trailer I need to go watch.
Oh yeah,
Jalen, Soul Hackers 2.
I'm ready. I still don't know how I feel about Atlas with their like $40 day one DLC because it's fucking Atlas. But other than that, yeah, I'm ready to go.
Do you know
like you gonna buy these skins?
Yeah, and we will.
That's all it is. It's just skins and personas or shadows or
extra demons, an extra story arc, costumes, background music, and a booster item pack. That's what the $40 in DLC is.
Yeah, they'd get me. Monster Hunter got
me.
I'll wait for it to go on sale. Like the DLC, I usually wait for them to go on sale with Atlas.
You catch them slipping. Capcom Arcade Stadium 2nd is happening. I don't know. The first one was cool because it like dropped and had the thing. It seems like a good wrapper for like Capcom arcade games.
Yeah.
And so
they got rappers?
Not Ghostface. But yeah, this seems like a good shell of like emulation that's like official to like play some of these old games that
I really was kind of looking them to like, where is Marvel versus Capcom?
I mean,
it's an arcade game.
Yeah,
I know it's an arcade game, but I'm pretty sure they would still have to work with freaking Marvel over the license, and that makes it a Disney problem.
I could see Disney like putting out Marvel versus Capcom 2 because they've been going back and putting out all the old Star Wars games. If there's a Star Wars game you're nostalgic for, there's a way to play it on a modern system, especially with like PlayStation Plus's upgrade, which also happened this week. Resident Evil Director's Cut's on there, Chris. How do you feel about that?
And
we got the good versions of the ISOs. Like, we didn't get the PAL versions. We got the NTSC versions. So we got the good versions of the ROM. Streaming worked. I played Azura's Wrath streaming.
Hell yeah. Was it? I don't want to get off topic. We can. I do want to do a review on the like PlayStation Plus Ultra.
PlayStation Plus Premium.
What is it truly called? PlayStation Plus
Premium.
PPP?
Extra or premium?
I don't know if it's just because it's been a very big news week in general, but
so it's a scam.
Has kind of just felt like it was just like quiet.
Yeah, it's kind of underwhelming, but yeah.
It's just a stacked week, you know.
Yeah, it's a stacked week.
It really.
If you look, you can find people's thoughts on it, and you know you can find thoughts on it in memes. So, I mean, that's fine.
I mean,
hopefully it gets better. That's all I can say for sure.
It's not terrible. That's one thing. People are acting like it's not good for what it is. It's better than I was expecting it to be, honestly. And you guys know, like, I had zero faith in PlayStation launching this, and it's better than like. I
mean, the second tier is worth it. The third tier, well, the highest tier, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think the highest tier is necessarily worth it. I need them to show.
It's not worth it right now, at least.
But that's just totally my opinion. Other people can have a different opinion about that.
All right, so going back to Summer Game Fest, Metal Hellsinger, there's a demo out now. It's coming out September 15th. It has people from System of a Down, Lamb of God. So.
Yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Let's play this game.
Yeah, I downloaded the demo on my PlayStation, so I need to give that a try, but there's a more important demo going on right now.
Yeah, slightly more important demo.
Right.
That I wasn't going to play today, but.
That demo will be there.
Yeah, and you lost hours of your life to it inadvertently, which is what happens.
Fucking crazy, dog.
So, Saints Row, the Boss Factory is out.
That's a lot of fun.
It's a
good character creator. It's a good character creator. Saints Row has always had really good character creators. And it's continued on with that. Now they're just adding more and more options. It's a lot of fun.
It lets you create all types of characters, you know? All types of sizes, too. That's one thing about character creators. It's usually, like, slim, bulky.
You got, like, 2 body types. Right. At most, you got, like, 4 total body types. But with this one, you have, like, sliders. But that's the thing about it is, like, Saints Row was just, like, they had the triangle sliders. Sliders for like a long time. We're just like, okay, you're somewhere in between these 3 things where it's like fit, fat, and skinny, and you're somewhere and you move your sliders around in there. It's a lot of fun. It's a really good character builder.
And is that only on PC?
No. I've been doing it on Xbox.
Okay.
It's on everything.
I need
in the box.
And then you could upload it. Then you could save your data and use that for when the game comes out. Upload it so other people can download it or download other people's stuff. I don't know if you can download other people's stuff yet, but when the game comes out, you'll be able to do that for your character creation.
Okay, well, I'm adding it to my library on PS5 and going to have it download in the background while we're doing this, you know.
Nice.
I'll definitely give it a try over the course of the next couple days. So you're completely sold on Saints Row, Jalen?
I've been sold on Saints Row.
Okay. I know it's just not on my list. Chris, we got a blooper game, and it wasn't Silent Hill. It was Layers of Fears.
Oh, yeah. Hold on, let me go back and look at that. There's been so much shit. This game looks like it's gonna be
Came out, didn't it?
this.
No.
Did it?
Layers
No, this
of
Layers
Fear.
of Fear comes out.
Layers.
Oh, so this is the third one.
Yeah. But it seems to be like 1 and 2 definitive edition, like kind of remake sort of deal. It's unclear, but it's definitely not entirely new, but it's definitely not just like ports, you know?
Right. Yeah. No, it looks.
But yeah, there's Layers of
like
Fear,
some,
Layers of Fear 2, and this is Layers of Fears.
Layers of Spears.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Double singular possessive.
Honestly, if this is. Damn, actually. If this is what they're going to do, I would trust them. I mean, I have to play it first. I'm not just going to outright say I trust them to make Silent Hill 2. But
I mean, Bloober Team's
if
just been
they-
coming up in the news a lot lately, so.
they have. But if they do this one really good and this comes out and I'm like, damn, I'm impressed, I could definitely
So this
see them
looks
doing justice to
be-
Silent Hill 2.
Yeah, this looks to be a remake of the Layers of Fears 1 and 2 games, but
Mhm.
in more of like a Final Fantasy 7 kind of way, where it's like, they're doing something different with it.
Yeah. Which is cool. I like when they do remakes and they have their own spin to it. Like Resident Evil 2 remake wasn't a one-for-one shot of the game.
Yeah, it wasn't just like a port or a remaster.
Right. They did their own thing. They made it fucking scarier. We'll talk about that later because of
Yeah.
more news. But
Gotham Knights.
yeah, this looks good.
Okay.
I like where they're going.
So we got another look at Gotham Knights, and we got Nightwing. Dick
Look,
Grayson.
I'm just gonna say it. The more they show off that game, the worse it looks. I'm just
Damn.
gonna say it right now.
Oh damn!
well, damn for sure.
I'm at about maybe not the same place from when they first showed it because I thought it was going to be like 4-player co-op, but when they dropped it down to 2, I hit like very mid-tier levels of excitement, and this is like the low-end mid-tier level excitement, meaning I'm pretty much neutral on it. And I've stayed there. Like it looks fine, but I don't know.
You guys
Get around
play
to it.
any of the older Batman games?
Not
Not
really.
especially.
Yeah.
No. Like,
I mean,
I would honestly just rather play Arkham City again.
Yeah, I have Arkham City. I got like the complete versions, and apparently that runs better on a PS5. It has like an uncapped frame rate and stuff, so that's a game that I'm definitely like, I could go for that.
Mm-hmm.
Warhammer 40,000 Dark Tide.
That game looks fun.
Yeah.
Vermintide was a lot of fun. Vermintide and Vermintide 2, which are the Warhammer Fantasy versions of that game, which of course came first. Vermintide and Vermintide 2. But they're a lot of fun. First person horde shooters. So
Yeah.
instead of being attacked by a horde of rats and mutant rats, now it's chaos cultists and other beings of chaos.
So Warhammer gonna Warhammer.
Yeah.
It's gonna
That
be
sounds
awesome.
more interesting than Rats.
I mean, Plague Tale. We'll talk about Plague Tale. So then they ended off the show with like 3 Last of Us stories. Last of Us multiplayer is going to be, they dropped the name Factions. The project, Neil Druckmann says it's as big as any of our single player games, features its own cast of character with a very unique way of delivering the story. And I mean, this is definitely one of the live service games Sony's going to have in their portfolio in the near future, and I'm excited to see what they do with it. Because Naughty Dog has made, like, Uncharted 2 multiplayer was really good. Like, original Last of Us multiplayer was good. So, the fact that they're finally going to, like, do a game that's focused around it and really put, like, their development talent and, like, bring in because now they have Bungie in the first party with them. So, I could see this game being really good. And just having like a really big following. I just see this being.
How do you think it's going to be? Do you think it's going to be like a Rust situation, or maybe like a what's that other zombie game that's out?
I mean, it's not going to be like
Dying Light.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Dead Island.
No,
I don't know.
It's not like. Have any of you guys ever played Factions before?
Nope.
So Factions was like.
It's like PvP, right?
Yeah, it's PvP, so it's not really zombies. It's you fighting over territories, and like if you win a match, you've like won that map, and like you're
right. But they're
resources.
saying it's becoming bigger.
Right.
So I think of that on a larger scale. What does that look like?
I mean, with the gameplay systems from The Last of Us Part 2 and like that kind of combat in just like 6v6, I know it'll probably have like their own unique thing to it of like a survival, maybe battle royale kind of. But it's going to be something unique and interesting because Factions was unique and interesting, and Uncharted's multiplayer was unique and interesting. And while these were from an era where like people weren't like a lot of games shoehorned into multiplayer mode, and so a lot of people weren't interested by the time The Last of Us came late in the generation to like actually try out a multiplayer mode that's in a primarily single player game. Like it was actually a good mode. It just, by the time that game rolled around, we had all played enough BioShock 2 multiplayer and like all these Lost Planet multiplayer, like all these games that shoehorned
I'll say this right
in.
now, BioShock 2's multiplayer was actually pretty good. It was shoehorned shit, but it was pretty good. And that's just because how BioShock itself works.
Like the gameplay loop like was there in the mechanics, but the actual care and craft that they put into the multiplayer was shit.
Yep.
Heard.
It was a lot of fun. Like, because that's the thing about it is the plasmid weapon combinations was a fun mechanic in the original BioShock games, and then being able to attack actual people with that was a lot of fun.
And so yeah.
Okay.
For me, The Last of Us, all it has to do is be a PvP thing that brings the combat fluidity and like the core gameplay from The Last of Us Part 2 with like some improvements and like bring that into a PvP setting. Because
so Factions is actually that's the only mode I've ever played of The Last of Us. So that's all that. That's my extent of Last of Us knowledge is what I've played in Factions and what I've seen from people's streams.
You should play it. I mean, The Last of Us Part 1's coming out soon. You get a chance.
I'm not going to buy that.
Oh, I'm gladly going to pay Sony full price again to play.
70 doll hairs for that?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to definitely do it because The Last of Us HBO...
They can eat a butt.
They finished shooting, so that's going to be coming out. I got The Last of Us full price on PS3, played through it there, got it on PS4 remastered, which was just the same game. played through it again there. And then now this is like a remake for PS5, and I'm totally down, because if it's a remake, that means they can improve it to be more in line with The Last of Us Part 2, because it was a long time between The Last of Us and The Last of Us Part 2. So
I don't know, man. I really just don't know if The Last of Us Part 1 really needed to be remade.
did it need to be remade? No. But they're remaking it. And it's one of my favorite games of all time.
Nothing
Like,
we
it's
can do
one of
about
the
it.
best games,
Yeah.
right? Like, in my opinion, it's one of the best modern video games ever. So
It's really good.
yeah, for me, it's a 10 out of
See,
10.
now people like it so much, I don't want to play it.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
Last
it
of Us
probably
Part
can.
1 is really
I want to be a
good.
hater.
Last of Us
No.
Part 2 is also really good.
No, I've decided to be a hater.
Last
man.
of
Fuck
Us
The Last
Part
of Us.
2.
That's just
No.
corny.
No, Last of Us Part
they
1,
dirty
hold
as
on.
hell. Those characters
Chris?
have no depth.
As a survival horror fan, Last of Us Part 1 is really good.
Last of Us
It
Part
was
2
mid.
is more survival horror. You just didn't get to it. The Last of Us Part 2 is way
yeah,
more.
exactly. It
The
literally
story's
is taking so
cliche.
long. It literally took too long that I was like, I gotta put this game
I'm trying
down.
to
I'm not
survive.
interested
I'm
yet.
so emotional. Ooh, my life is so rough. Things are
Last of
going
Us
bad.
Part
Oh,
1.
I'm a bad dude that's did some bad fucked up shit. But you know what? I gotta raise this child.
I got a
Actually,
heart of
Actually,
gold.
that's not him at all.
But I end up making her worse because goddamn it, I love this shit. Before that would be
Literally.
I'm not going to change my mind on this. I've decided right here and right
That is-
now.
All right.
That is
To
not
hate on
Last
The
of Us
Last of
Part
Us.
1 at all. Last of Us Part
am
2 is
going
very
to
emotional. It was too
Okay.
much.
Last
Last
of
of
Us
Us Part 1 is pretty good.
Well, we
I don't
can't
think
keep
it's the
calling
masterpiece
it. None of us have
that-
played The Last of Us Part 1 because that is the
Okay,
remake.
The Last of
Yes,
Us.
this isn't
Okay,
this isn't
The
The Last of
Last
Us
of
Part 1.
It's
This
The
is
Last
The
of
Last
Us
of Us
fucking
and The
Part
Last of
1.
Us remastered.
Okay, The Last of Us remastered. The Last of Us remastered is pretty good. I don't think it's the masterclass in storytelling that everyone says it is. I personally believe that comes from people only playing games on console. I'm just gonna say that right now.
It's the cinematic
I'm not playing The
storytelling.
Last
Yeah.
of Us 2.
It's
You're
really
not
like
gonna
the
be-
mobile game players got it. Like they
I
know
don't-
true storytelling.
I'm not gonna. Last of Us, we're not gonna call it Part 1, even though it is. Still
No,
just gonna be Part
that is
1.
not the
Part
Part 1.
one
That's
is-
just The Last of Us.
No, Resident Evil 2 remake is still Resident Evil 2. The storyline fucking
No,
still
it's not.
happens the same
It's
exact way it
Resident
happened in
Evil
the
2
original
remake.
game. Last of Us Part 1 is still going to happen the exact way it happened back when it
But with more
came out
context,
literally
there's gonna be
2
more context.
consoles ago.
Yeah.
It wasn't that long ago. It was not. It was like the end of the
Yeah,
generation
it's like
of the 2
20
consoles ago.
2012, so like 10 years ago.
That's not that long ago.
And then it came out
As far
again in
as-
2014, so that was 8 years ago.
They did a
Maybe I was describing Days Gone.
Days Gone. It's trash.
Yeah, no,
I'm
we
sorry.
don't.
That game
Oh,
trash.
I mean, you weren't necessarily wrong in your description of Joel.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, he
there
was.
I'm not saying that I also
No.
wasn't correct because I know that I'm still correct. I'm just saying that I'm also gonna rope in Days Gone.
I need
Joel
y'all.
actually has a lot of character to him, and it's not
All
just
right.
some, I'm a big bad dude who loves to do bad shit with myself because he's a loner.
But he ain't no Lee. But neither of them a Lee.
Whatever. I just say play Last of Us Part 1. If you don't like Last of Us Part 2, that's okay. Most
I'm
people
not gonna
have
play
that
Part
opinion.
1.
Yeah,
I
If
just
anything,
like
I'm gonna play.
Part 1
I'm
is
gonna play
good.
remastered.
Yes, play remastered. I don't give a fuck how you play
it's on
the first
PlayStation
game.
Plus collection. So
I personally don't think you should
I'm
buy
not
a
gonna do it,
remake.
though.
It doesn't need a remake. It was pretty good as it is
yeah,
and
but
still
it's
holds
happening
up.
anyway. So I'm going to play it.
Yeah, I said I didn't say play it. I said buy it.
I'm going to buy it and then play it.
PlayStation says coming to PlayStation Platinum day one.
No. They already put a price tag on it, so it's definitely not coming to PlayStation Plus Premium.
Damn.
Oh yeah, they're not putting no day and date, nothing.
Yeah.
On there.
Well, Stray.
That's a fucking PlayStation first party.
Stray had me thinking, okay, PlayStation's really gonna do the damn thing, and I never heard that shit since.
Oh no, it's coming out July 19th or June 19th. It's coming out.
It's soon.
Yeah, it's
Wait,
soon.
Stray, I think it is.
June 19th is a Sunday. That's also Juneteenth.
Okay,
Is that cat woke, brother?
No, I feel like I would have heard somebody reference the fact that it was Juneteenth. Because I'm starting to see Juneteenth signs going up, like places are going to be closed for Juneteenth.
Oh my God! It's so,
Yeah.
It's actually
It's
very
July.
weird.
It's July 19th.
Okay, so Stray's coming day and date to PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium.
I'll actually just buy that game. That game looks like it needs some money. I mean, it deserves my money. Is what I actually meant.
That cat
It
need a
looks-
home.
He is a stray. I'll adopt him. He's cute.
You will be that cat, Chris. I mean, I
Yeah,
will also
that
be
game
that
looks good
cat.
enough. I really do want. I'm not gonna upgrade to PlayStation
Got a little
thing, not
backpack
yet,
on.
but I am gonna buy that game because
It's gonna break my heart when we're playing that game and you level up the cat and they have that 3-prong tree that all PlayStation games have, the skill tree.
Oh no.
everybody
You got
loves a
stealth,
skill tree
you got
nowadays.
Your
I mean,
stealth
shit.
options, you got your general progression items, you got your combat options.
You got your cute options.
Oh shit! I maxed that shit out. I am maxing out charisma instantly.
Okay. So yeah, just one last thing on The Last of Us Part 1. I think this is going to lead into us getting The Last of Us Part 2 director's cut after this, because that doesn't have a native PS5 version yet. So Last of Us
Oh, of
Part
course.
1 and Last of Us Part 2 director's cut, I see that being like the 1-2 kind of combo thing. And I mean, I know this is going to lead to some people who have not played The Last of Us in any capacity to play The Last of Us, and for me, like, it's one of my top modern games, period. So,
My
yeah.
favorite game on the PS3.
Oh, that's... I don't need to think.
Do that.
We
Infamous.
just... Yeah, Infamous 1 and 2.
I'm putting my
Infamous
flag
was
there.
really
For
good.
PS3, Infamous. I'm putting my
Yeah.
flag there.
Infamous was really
I
I know
good.
someone's
can't-
gonna low kick me for JRPG, but I'm sticking with Infamous.
PS3. I don't have a dog in that race.
That's fair.
Yeah, PS3, I can't eat. That's 2 hours of self-contemplation that I don't have right now to pick a top PS3 game. So I guess we'll move on to the Xbox and Bethesda game showcase, which
Yep.
was the one. I was out in Jacksonville, so I didn't get to watch it live, but I was seeing the tweets come through as stuff was happening. And for me, even when I went back and watched it and like saw the trailer, saw a lot of the gameplay, overall, I feel like they should have said they're focusing on the next 12 months, like 1 to 2 days ahead of time, just instead of at the start of the showcase. Because even Jeff Keighley before Summer Games Fest came out and was like, yo, I'm seeing the rumors. Like, you guys are going overboard. It's not going to be that crazy.
Yeah.
They
Like,
do that every time.
yeah,
Come
but
on, you like remember the whole reason why people think there's a Bleach game is that an offhand comment? Like, come on.
whatever. I will take
It's
whatever
confirmed.
thread
Like,
of
we literally
hope.
Spin ourselves up over nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's a confirmation.
but unlike Microsoft could have, they saw what Jeff Keighley did. They saw him come out, temper expectations, do his showcase, and like the response to that. So they could have. It's literally a tweet from Xbox. Hey, the showcase is in 2 days. We're going to be focusing on the next 12 months of Xbox and Xbox Game Pass, which is what like they did. They did have a couple variations from that with like the Kojima thing, but I feel like they could have said that ahead of time, because looking at it, like following along on Twitter, I was like, oh, it's a decent showcase, like good stuff is happening, but all of the like opening tweets are like it's focusing on the next 12 months, and I'm like, they could have set expectations with that. Like that's not something bad to say ahead of time, you know?
I feel like, I don't know, that's a nitpicky
I feel like
thing.
it was fine.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, that's, I don't know. To me, that's nitpicking.
I see where you're coming from, and on a certain level, you are right. But also on that same level, it's us as consumers' responsibility to temper our expectations, especially with how many freaking times we've been burned, and the games, or we've overhyped something to the point that it's impossible for it to deliver. Like, you think we would have learned something by now.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I was overall tempered going into everything, because the only trailer I cared about I got extremely early on, which is Final Fantasy 16. Like, the one that I knew ahead of time that I wanted and needed and was realistic to get, I got, so I was good.
Yeah.
Like, all of this
Xbox
is just icing.
Xbox definitely dropped a couple bangers for me specifically, but there was actually one I was like, this is like a couple hours before the showcase. I was like, Hollow Knight Silksong, they're gonna announce it at Xbox, aren't they? And I should have tweeted it then, and then like this fucking second trailer, I was like, son of a bitch, I was right.
The game looks sick.
Yeah.
It looks
they got
way better than Hollow Knight.
Designing that combat system, that is dope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, so we could start from the top with Xbox, because
Let's do it.
Go ahead and do that, and let's go down.
Because
they
showed
showed
Redfall. Yeah, they opened with Redfall.
They
gameplay.
showed some.
Looks weak.
I wanted fuck
Looks
that.
weak.
No, don't stop.
Nope. You can play all Layla, like.
Redfall looks good. Some of the animations they were doing for their like specials for the like specific classes looked fucking dope. Redfall looks good.
Yeah, I mean that's what our game
as a Game Pass game,
but that just doesn't appeal to me.
For the fact that was alpha footage, it looks pretty good.
Yeah,
I want to play it.
Yeah, I'm not.
I mean, I wanted to play when they showed it the first time.
Yeah,
and I'm either going to play Layla or Robot Dog. I'm not going to be playing human. I'm going to be playing Robot Machine Dog. Like that's, Blades now, Robot Machine Dog. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Let's fucking go.
Yeah. So I'm just to like overall, for me, this showcase was on the weaker side because it was a lot, and most of the games I'm completely fine passing on. Like, my expectation every year for Xbox showcases is I want Xbox to make me either want to get Game Pass or want an Xbox, and it did neither of those things with this showcase. So just
right. I mean, you're a PlayStation dude with like the PlayStation Premium that no one necessarily cares about right now, but like that's a thing.
Yeah.
That's just who you are. You're just a PlayStation guy who wants the PlayStation things, and you want Xbox to like open up this chest of high glory. And I don't feel like Xbox is ever going to deliver on this thing for you. You're never going to want an Xbox ever in your life.
Again,
you're going to buy an Xbox game.
I don't fully agree with that statement, Chris. I am here to defend Anton. I don't fully agree with that statement. I think it's more about the genre of game that Xbox has been showing off versus the style of games that Anton actually plays.
Yeah, and Xbox has had those in the past. There have been E3 press conferences that I watch them, and then I go on eBay and buy an Xbox 360. That's happened more than once. during the Xbox 360 generation. They even kind of did it in the Xbox One generation. So, well, I mean, yeah, because I got it like right after E3. It was E3, and there were a couple games I wanted to play on Xbox, so I got an Xbox. But for me, I just feel like this showcase, the things that were full-blown exclusives, none of it appealed to me personally. Because, like, I'm sure Redfall, but, like, Redfall is from Arcane. I have not enjoyed the bits of Arcane games that I've played. And there's a whole death loop right there that if I want, I could go play. And this, like, the 4-player survival, open world, vampire, like, this game just to me personally isn't. It was a good way to start, like, and I'm sure the people that cared about it got a lot, and seeing responses of people who like Arcane games and like 4-player survival shooters and stuff like that, like, I've seen positive responses, so I'll say it's a good way to start. It just, I'm not. It moved the needle none whatsoever for me.
They announced Persona free Game Pass.
Hold on, let's
start
not go to the end yet.
We don't have to go there, but I'm just saying. You can't tell me that showcase wasn't.
But that's not an exclusive, and that's not going to make me get Game Pass or.
It's not exclusive, but did PlayStation announce it? No, they didn't. Also, they said, "Fuck you." You're gonna find out later.
Since we're just doing it, is Persona 3 and Persona 4 coming to PS5?
They're coming
eventually.
Yeah. So they're coming day and date. So what's
PlayStation 4.
Here's what's happening. Yeah, they're PlayStation.
Everything
4
I've seen doesn't show PS5 on It's
backwards
Persona.
compatible. So it's like Persona 4 Arena that just came out is a PS4 game, but we're all playing it on PS5.
Right.
So Persona 4 Golden.
Oh, it's just not native.
Yeah, it's going to be a PS4 game, and then Persona 3 Portable is also going to be a PS4 game. Those are coming day and date to Game Pass and Windows and Steam and PlayStation. But in the case of those two games, it is PS4 versions, which, I mean, that didn't stop me with Ultimax. It's not going to stop me here. We are, in October, day and date, getting the PS5 native version. And, like, they're getting Xbox Series X and S native version of Persona 5 Royal. So
does PlayStation have to pay for it?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Well, there's a win for
it. But the main thing with that is them showing that off is, like you said, means it's coming to PlayStation. So either way, I won.
I mean, it's confirmed. Like, it's fully 100%, like...
Right, no, I know. And I knew it would be. But still, that was my indication. It was like, oh, they finally fucking lit. It was like, oh, wait. I think if we put this game back out, people will buy it.
I do like that they showed this on Xbox. That means Xbox went and did something for this.
Yeah.
Because they would have normally just shown this on PlayStation. Atlas loves PlayStation.
Atlas loves being completely random. Also,
well, that's
and making
true.
Absolutely so. Like, my initial tweet when I saw the news, I was like, I hope it comes to PlayStation and Switch, because I know there are a lot of people who would. It's not coming.
Is it coming to Switch?
No.
It ain't coming to Switch.
No,
they don't.
As it shouldn't.
Why not? I feel.
Although, play P3 portable should definitely go to Switch.
Here's why I say this. I specifically say this for 5.
No, yeah,
we're only 5 shouldn't go on Switch.
I think 5 would make a Switch explode. Okay,
yeah, I'm talking about. We're more specifically talking about 3 and 4.
It's not the PS2 FPS version. It is portable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, 3 literally has portable in the ending of its name.
And Golden was a Vita exclusive for a really long time. So both of those make perfect sense on the Switch. So I was just hoping.
Should be on Switch. 5. They're probably going to do one of those cloud bullshits, and it's going to run terribly.
Yeah, and that's not what anybody wants out of a Persona game.
No.
And they're getting Soul Hackers. They're getting Soul Hackers, too. So they're getting some Atlas love over there.
Okay.
SMT5, Switch
Cannot wait for
exclusive.
Soul Hackers 2. Can't wait.
But yeah, that was my tweet during the thing was like, I hope this comes to Switch and PlayStation because Atlas is known for making bizarre platform release decisions. And
Yeah, I did have a single moment where I was like, what if they... I'm like, no, nah, they couldn't. And I was like, nah, they couldn't.
Well,
But-
this is a problem.
They know better than
Saints
that.
Row and SMT Digital Devil Survivor comes out the same 2 days apart.
oh, you got you a week there, my friend.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the next
Saints
game
Row
they
comes out on the pain.
Hollow Knight
Suffering
Silksong
from
was the next
success.
game they showed. Still no date. They say within the next year, but
Yeah,
that's
within the next
another
year.
thing about a lot of these games. I don't fully believe that like half of these aren't going to get delayed. Like the things that have dates and are like solid, but like Silksong, I could see being delayed to second half of 2023. So it not necessarily being within the next year because it's just how long this game's been taking. But they're making it right. Like everything they've shown, like we haven't seen much
They
of
said
it.
2023, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's whatever.
And then we got High on Life, which I am stoked for. As a fan of the Squanch games that I've played before,
Mm-hmm.
this
Yeah.
their new game being a first-person shooter, I'm with it.
Wait,
And it is.
you really
interesting.
like this game?
Yeah, it's Justin Roiland, that like Solar Opposites, Rick and Morty. Yeah.
So you want an Xbox exclusive game? Because I'm not seeing that this is coming to PlayStation at all.
It's a console launch exclusive. All of them with
All of them
Squanch
are-
games,
Outside
they
of, like,
always
certain
launch
developers.
somewhere exclusively and then come other places. So like Trover Saves the
For
Universe
now.
was a PlayStation exclusive, and they definitely said console launch exclusive. So I'll play High on Life when it comes to PlayStation.
I don't think we're gonna have that many like true exclusives anymore, which I'm definitely here for.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, PlayStation's going to start releasing their things on PC.
Yeah.
Eventually.
They've been doing it.
I mean, they've been doing it actually way
No,
more
I
regularly.
mean, like when the game
since they
comes
started.
out, eventually it'll come to PC.
Yeah.
When did
Maybe not
Spider-Man come out?
immediately.
Spider-Man's like August. I wanna say,
Eventually.
No, wait. When did Spider-Man originally come out?
2016.
And this is the remaster that you can't. That's coming out on the PC recent, like in August.
Yeah, the one that's coming out in August is technically the PS5 version,
Which is
Spider-Man Remastered.
which is solid. Like, I think PlayStation is getting more and more comfortable just releasing it on PC, like their games on PC, because
Because it makes
it
them
is
money.
selling.
Yeah,
I mean, it makes sense.
they said The Last of Us Part 1 is coming to PC. They said, what was the other one that we got news is coming to PC from PlayStation recently? I don't know. But,
Next is Riot Games coming to Game Pass for mobile and PC, not
Yeah.
for Xbox console.
All right, that faked me
Yeah.
out because I
Yeah.
thought it was going to console. I was
Yeah,
like, oh,
it did
say
that's
Game
true?
Pass.
Then
I'm
holy
saying it right
shit.
now, I was really hoping Valorant for console. That's the one I was hoping for console.
the,
Yeah,
the
that would've
thing
been good.
is,
Like, at least. By at
Xbox-
least, I mean exclusively, please.
Xbox is better than PlayStation with mouse and keyboard integration. I thought they would just put these games on Game Pass on Xbox and with like the same perks and just let you plug up a mouse and keyboard and do that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Cause Xbox's firmware just plays better with mouse and keyboard than PlayStation's does, like their
I do.
OS. So that'd be something that'd really be if they had said that.
Like,
That would
I
have
don't
been
need a
one of those.
PC.
Let me get me an Xbox. Let me get me a Series something. If they had put Valorant in League of Legends, I would, with all the characters unlocked.
Right.
Especially for Valorant.
And I mean, that's huge for.
But also Wild Rift, though. Like, that's the thing about it, is they also give you the mobile game.
Yeah.
Like, that's all the characters in Mobile League. Like,
Yeah.
I can see myself playing Mobile League, depending on, like, how long the games actually run for.
They're shorter than.
I mean, it would have to be. It's a mobile game, but
Right.
And I'm talking like a worst case how long the games were supposed to be. We can get like a realistic time on it, because there's one like team games. How long a game takes when your team is actually like all like trying to win, and versus when you're trapped in a crap game are two different things.
Yeah.
When you're rolling or getting rolled.
But yes,
Somebody gets smoked.
This I feel like is a really big move as far as like making Game Pass, because Game Pass on PC grew like really well over the last year, and I mean this is just going to make it explode. Like if somebody's trying to get into Valorant or League, like having just everything, that's like hundreds of dollars of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just straight
That's
up.
why I'm like, this is big. Like even me, I'm looking at it objectively now. I'm like, that's big.
Yeah, and I'll agree.
Like,
that is
120 something champions at this point.
And how much is a champion? Like $20?
It depends on the champion. They have a scaling price point. Like they have the newer characters. Every time a new character comes out, one of the older characters drops in price.
Okay.
And then every so many character releases, a bunch of characters will just drop down a tier.
Okay, so what's the highest tier? What's the lowest tier?
The highest tier are the.
Let's say a character dropped right now. How much USD would that? If a character dropped right now.
Okay, it's like this. If a new character dropped right now, and you would spend like, you would end up having to spend about $10 in Riot points, but you would have extra. Because I think $10 in Riot points would give you enough for the bundle, which comes with their first skin.
Okay.
Well, that's cool.
But if you just wanted the character, there's that. But then also you can buy the characters with in-game points from playing the game.
Yeah, it's like Apex. Like when Apex did the Champion Edition, it's like buying all the characters a la carte. Like in Apex, like Apex characters haven't dropped in price, and you can definitely buy them with Legend tokens, which most people are swimming in, or you could get the bundle for like $10. I think the character's like $750 or $850 by themselves.
Yeah, but then also the thing you got to remember is that Riot drops a new champion almost every 2 months.
Oh yeah, I know. When I say this is
I'm still trying to fully fathom how much of a deal this is, but then I'm like, I know they're gonna sell skins like a motherfucker, especially once people start seeing the KDA characters.
Oh yeah,
like the KDA line of skins are about to sell like hotcakes now. Like
that's one of the benefits of Game Pass for live games is people will get in for free and then spend more on microtransactions because. Like, League is free, yes, but League with all the characters on Game Pass is like, well, I might as well buy some skins. I already have all the content, you know?
Right. And then the fact that it's not just League, but it's League and League Rift, Wild Rift with the mobile game, and Valorant. Like
yeah, and their Legends of Runeterra and Teamfight Tactics. So it's like all of their ongoing like live multiplayer games. It's like all of those. And
with Teamfight Tactics, they just give you a set of minis. Because in Teamfight Tactics, that character doesn't actually matter. Because you're getting the pieces. The characters from it's basically a card game, and you get a round robin pick off the deck every round.
Yeah.
So it doesn't actually.
It's not.
They show up in your shop every round, so it's like. They're just giving you like cute. Those are effectively skins, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Teamfight Tactics, the skins, everything else is an insane deal.
Yeah. Plague Tale Requiem was the next game they showed. It's a new, like, significant gameplay trailer. And I know Parasite L and Oninori, I gotta call everybody by their newer internet names. They were both excited about it because apparently if you played the first one, you're stoked for the second one. And I have the PS5 version of the first one installed, so it's just a matter of getting around to it.
And we have to call out Ellie for disturbing the devs on Twitter.
Well, that was just some PR person that was like, that was positive marketing buzz, in my opinion.
Right.
I feel like that was an effective PR campaign directed directly towards our Discord.
Yeah.
Which was already sold on that game, because the first one is really good, and you have Game Pass, go play it.
And it was free on PlayStation Plus a while ago, and it has a free next-gen upgrade for... So the first one goes on sale all the time, so if you don't have a way to play... is it part of PlayStation Plus Extra? I think that might be part of PlayStation Plus Extra. So...
Sounds sweet.
You can do it on Game Pass or that. Probably. I'm not 100% sure, though. Forza Motorsport, I was surprised that we're getting this in the next year. This is one that, in the event of me getting an Xbox, is on the pile of like exclusives that I gotta get and play, because my first Forza game was Forza Motorsport 4 on the 360, and since then, like, the Motorsport, like, I prefer the Motorsport games over the Horizon games, but that's just because I've played more of the Motorsport games than the Horizon games. What I've played of Horizon, like Forza Horizon, I've liked. It's just I actually owned and dedicated time to Motorsport back in the day. So,
heck, the day I got my Xbox, I downloaded one of the first games I downloaded was Forza Horizon just to test out my monitor, because that was the first thing that could really like hit the graphical settings to really like push my monitor and really make me see what it can do. That game is gorgeous. I cannot wait for this. Forza's fun. So I forget how much fun just a driving sim is.
Yeah, I agree.
Makes me want to get the entire like rig, the entire setup, like the wheel, the clutch, the wheel, the pedals, the shifts.
I mean, if you're going to do that, you're going to end up either playing Gran Turismo or iRacing, because those games are better for that kind of thing than Forza Motorsport is. I mean, you'll probably end up playing all three, but...
Nah, I don't see myself playing Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo is way better with the cockpit than Forza.
That's not the one I see myself playing.
I will agree. The one time I played in a cockpit was Gran Turismo, and it's good.
Oh, I know Gran Turismo is a good game. It's just one of those.
Gran Turismo is better with a racing wheel.
There hasn't been one in the most recent one. Isn't that microtransaction hell, if I remember correctly?
No, it's super overblown.
Although Logitech did come out with a racing wheel that's very good.
Yeah.
If you want to play on PC for your Forza.
Yeah, and I mean, I'd say Forza Motorsport is probably third or fourth place, just from what I understand about games that work with racing wheels. It seems like iRacing is the top, which is like a PC thing, and that is the best one. And then it's Gran Turismo, and then Forza. So
yeah, but that's mostly because of where they sit on the simulation to arcade spectrum. Like, that's part of the reason why I like Forza.
It's a
little closer to the arcade racers.
Yeah, but it's still simmy, which I like.
Yeah, well, it's still being simmy. It's the right amount. It's my preferred amount of hot sauce in my food.
Yeah, Forza's a little bit closer to the arcade side than Gran Turismo, but both games can be tuned to be arcadey.
Speaking of simi games, they showed off Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Yeah.
40th anniversary. I'm excited. But the real thing they showed off with Microsoft Flight Simulator, for anybody else who cares as gamers, is this is the only thing they showed for Halo this entire showcase.
Yeah. It was cool though.
Yeah.
This is the first time you get to fly one of those things.
Yeah,
Fly one of those things before.
I had a flight stick, immediately started downloading it because they were like, all right, you get to drive this today. And I was like, fuck yeah. Downloaded it. Took me 3 hours because it's.
Oh, and
didn't have an updated flight sim in a while, but.
The thing we're talking about in Flight Simulator is the Pelican from the Halo.
Yes, the Pelican, sorry.
That's what it's called, the Pelican.
Yes. Totally
blanked.
I blanked on the name. Thank you, Jalen.
I might have said Pelican because
It's the Louisiana State bird. I shouldn't have forgotten.
But yeah, for me,
Y'all got the New Orleans Pelicans.
Yeah.
I see.
But yeah, it flies great. I have the whole flight stick. I don't have any lights set up back there just yet, but I have a bookshelf back there in the dark that has a flight stick, and I just plug that thing in and just. It's nice.
Does it fly the same, or is it like? Because I know they're all like a little different.
Yeah, the way that Microsoft Flight Simulator works, they actually work with aviation and specific pilots that fly the planes that are in the game specifically, so they can fine tune. It is literally Gran Turismo for airplanes. They you are flying that plane exactly how that plane flies.
Microsoft Flight Simulator is not a game. It's a simulator that people simulator.
It's a simulator.
Real pilots.
Yeah, that real pilots literally play this game and are like, "Yep, this is exactly how this plane works."
They get off work and they're like, "I'm about to go home, decompress, throw on some Flight Simulator."
I mean, that's pretty much what's going to happen. That's how they're going to train up the next generation of pilots.
I mean, there are literal actual pilots right now that started by using Flight Simulator.
Yeah, I have had a stressful day and popped in flight or just turned on Flight Simulator and just I'm flying out of ATL, fuck Hartsville Airport. I'm just trying to go anywhere else and just flown wherever the fuck I wanted to, and it's just a good time. It's such a beautiful game, but
flown from here to Jacksonville and back, I'd play that flight because that flight's 40 minutes each way. It's a super just up,
Oh yeah, don't fuck around and try to go to California. It's literally a 6-hour flight. The flight is legitimately as long as it will be if you're on the airplane.
Yeah, no, I'm going from Hartsfield Jackson to
ATL
to JAX and JAX to ATL.
Right. That's why most people find scenic places to fly, and they're not trying to fly out of Hartsville, Atlanta, and just go west or south or.
So we got to keep going because we're already over an hour after technical
Pelican
difficulties.
Flies. I don't know, like a pelican would, I guess. How I imagined it. No one knows how it flies, so it just yes, it scoops.
It does.
So the next,
I haven't gone to the space, but yeah.
The next game is a game that made me sin this week. Overwatch 2. They showed Junker Queen.
Yo, my stream dropped down to what's less than 240p? 120. I couldn't make shit out. I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, is that Mad Maggie? That's Mad Maggie.
I mean, even at 1080p 60 on the official replay of it, watching it in crisp quality, it still looks exactly like Mad Maggie.
Yeah.
But she's a tank, and it looks like the way she's going to play, she might have to be one of my mains.
She's a big, strong lady.
Yeah, she might have to be one of my mains in Overwatch 2, which we're getting a console beta in late June, I want to say. And then...
Yeah, you can sign up for it tomorrow.
early access October 4th. Game's going free to play with cross-play. Still no talk of cross progression yet, but so it's launching with Sojourn and the push mode, and it's just going to be free to play. And I'm assuming it is getting a Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5 version. So, and if you owned Overwatch 1, you get like bonuses. Like you get like the Founder Edition or whatever. So the next game is this is literally when this press conference went from, okay, they're doing a decent job, not necessarily for me, but I'm having fun here, I'm having a good time. Then they showed Aura History Untold, and I swear to God, it pissed me off so much. This is one of the only games with no gameplay. This was just a cinematic trailer for a game that really had no business being here. Like, why is this the one to get the special cinematic treatment? And then I think I was talking to Jalen while I was watching it, and they have like a shot where like the mist looks like it could be blocks. Like, I know you guys have seen really elaborate Minecraft things, and so I knew Minecraft strategy games here, which we'll get to later on. But I'm literally I'm sitting here thinking it's a Minecraft tactics game, and it's just this. It was like a wet fart of like, I'm like, yeah.
It's not Civilization.
Right. But I mean, there's an audience for it. I know, but it was just, for me, it's not for me.
That's fair.
The next game was Elder Scrolls Online, which this could have been like, this didn't need to be on an E3. Like, they could have cut this completely, put it in there, because they had an extended showcase since then. Like, talking about an Elder Scrolls Online expansion in your E3, like, we weren't getting Final Fantasy 14 expansion trailers as part of Sony's E3,
But they do.
We should have.
Year though, there's always an ESO expansion trailer at the Xbox conference.
Yeah, I guess because
it's Xbox and Bethesda.
Yeah, I guess it makes.
Like, if there's any place that would be.
Right.
It's literally the name of the showcase.
I don't know. That for me,
Bethesda, you're not in charge of Elder Scrolls anymore.
Oh yeah, so they switched to Bethesda and they do this, and they do Fallout 76: The Pit, and I couldn't give less of a shit about either like Fallout 76
they had
or
to
Elder Scrolls Online.
Look, okay, Elder Scrolls
There's like 100
Online.
people on that game they need to reach out to.
Elder Scrolls Online.
Elder Scrolls is popping, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's probably popping. Fallout 76.
For this specific group of people.
This was the moment that I was like, I don't care about this game. And then I looked at my phone until.
Elder Scrolls Online is pretty healthy.
Elder Scrolls Online. It looked. I mean, even Jawan was just like, "Damn, I wish I had two. I wish I had time in my life for two MMOs."
Right.
But like they showed.
That would be my second choice, third or fourth.
I feel that.
Elder Scrolls
I didn't really
Online, if I had
didn't
time,
like Skyrim.
Destiny, and then if I had time, it'd be I
Destiny.
guess World of Warcraft.
Destiny is an MMO.
No, well, that's not until Dragonflight comes out. For me, it's finish Endwalker, catch up on Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Oh yeah, the older
Lich King will be out.
So
Right.
Elder Scrolls Online is like the 7th MMO on my list if I had time.
For me, it's 4. Is it 4?
No, because
Either way, we're hating on Elder Scrolls Online too much, and we could just like
say
hate
fuck it, move on.
76 and just move on to like Forza Horizon 5 and their Hot Wheel DLC.
Well, there were rumors. One interesting thing that happened between Fallout 76 and the Forza stuff was there were rumors of a Fallout 3 remastered. And so the Fallout 76 trailer was for the Pit, which is a location from Fallout 3, and they faded out, and people thought they were going to fade back into Fallout 3 remastered, and that just didn't happen. It faded back into the
That's
Forza.
the DLC where you can eat a baby.
What?
It's Fallout.
Yeah, in the
I'm
pig,
surprised you
can
can't
literally eat a baby.
Yeah, that sounds like
Okay.
something that would happen.
Okay.
So Forza Horizon 5, Hot Wheels DLC. Their Hot Wheels stuff has looked good. Their crossovers have been cool. That if I had Game Pass, I would try it out, but I
Right.
don't, so I won't.
Yeah, same.
Vin Diesel's Arc 2 got another trailer.
Is it his?
I mean, he's the
His
main
Arc 2?
character. Well, like he's not like the main character. Like I know it's like a survival thing, and like you're the main character, but Vin Diesel is the dude in the trailer.
The dad in the trailer.
He is. That guy.
Video games got this hard on for dads right now.
Yeah, I feel
I
like
mean-
millennials' daddy issues are really fucking popping up right now.
I've been going through some things.
I think it's because we're just aging out. I really think it's because of
Yeah.
the age we're at. I think that's more than anything. I think we're just getting old.
So the next game they showed was Scorn. HR.
While in 120p, that game looks super obscene. it's like a fleshy thing holding itself like this, and it's like another fleshy thing protruding from its waist. It's like, okay, this is masturbation.
Yeah. For this
All right,
one,
YouTube, you
I
can't
will say
get away
it does
with
look
this.
like some very, very censored hentai. If you look at it in 144p, or something someone made in like Blender or some shit.
yeah, and for me, this looked like I know it's going to have its audience, but I need to get around to Doom Eternal that I just have on my PlayStation. So
Yeah, yeah. I need to get.
I
back
don't know.
to
This
that.
looks out there enough that I'm
That's
definitely
awesome.
gonna try this one out.
yeah, this is more you and Jalen than me. And
It comes
Madrid.
out in Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh
Hell
my-
yeah.
Halloween on Game Pass. So October 21st, available day one. On Game
Yes, the alien wanking game.
Pass. Flintlock: The Siege of Dawn was the next game. Third-person action RPG. Guns
This one
and
looks
melee
good.
weapons. Early 2023. It looked, all right. But by this point, I was already kind of like.
Yeah, it seems fine.
I was
Yeah,
kind of on ice for this trailer, like for this press conference. This is when I was like in the VOD, like, okay, go fast forward, like, yeah, this is when I started fast forwarding through trailers. When
I will
was
say this, like, it was a long fucking press conference.
It
It
was.
was an hour and a
An hour and a
half.
half. It was a 90-minute press conference, which we knew was going to be 90 minutes a week beforehand.
Yeah, and
Right.
so when they like after Elder Scrolls and Ark and like Flintlock was the first one that I like watch 5 seconds, skip 5 seconds,
That's
watch
the
5
game that I
seconds.
thought was Fable for a good few seconds.
Oh no, I knew
Yeah.
when they said
Most of that
first
trailer, I thought it was Fable for.
when they said the
most of
next
trailer.
12 months, I knew we weren't getting Fable.
Yeah. They
Minecraft
haven't shown
Legends
shit for Fable.
was the strategy game
Yeah.
coming to Xbox and PC next year. I'm surprised it's not coming to mobile, but I guess it's
Right.
coming to cloud because I could see this being like a really good iPad game. Because I think Minecraft and Minecraft Story Mode and what's the Diablo like one? Minecraft Dungeons?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That sounds right.
I think all of those are on mobile. So like I see this one being a good fit for mobile too. But I mean, that might be a cloud thing. And since it's coming to Game Pass, like, and cloud streaming's like expanding, I see that being that might be the way they market to play it on the phone. Lightyear
Yeah.
Frontier, Mech
This game
Stardew
looks-
Valley.
Sick. I am all about this fucking game.
Chris, I might try and transition you to the mech of Stardew Valley. If you
Mech.
play the. You're going from
I'm
the
here
mayor
for
to the
it.
mech? Because weren't you saying the mayor was kind of an asshole in Stardew
Yeah, the
Valley?
mayor doesn't give a fuck about the town. You literally come in and boost the economy. He didn't give a shit.
That's why you run for election and you take his place.
With
action.
your
I like
mech.
Actually, there is
In your mech.
there's a mod you can do.
Mecha Crisp Gold Bloomin' Onion.
Mecha Crisp Gold. I fucking love it. New name from now on.
But yeah, so it's
You
coming,
see your Discord name slowly
Just
change.
see your Discord name change on stream.
spring 2023, day one Game Pass. You're riding around in a mech and farming.
Yeah. Nothing better.
And then apparently, so it's a non-violent
yeah.
game where you'll be exploring distant planets and building farms on them. It's like the one.
No
thing-
violence.
It's so beautiful.
All right, that's fine. You're still in a mech. Mechs can be used for good.
The next game they showed was Gunfire Reborn, shoot 'em up roguelike that's coming out in October. Did not look particularly appealing to me.
Fair enough.
The last case of Benedict Fox. Jalen, go.
I want it. I want it. It's sold. That's exactly those are the types of games that speak to me. Like smaller, like weird Metroidvania shit. Like let's go. Got some weird Cthulhu.
Yeah,
shit going on.
that game looks cool.
Yeah, it does look really cool.
Yeah, it
It
looks
looks like to be a fun. I would say 10 to 25 hours.
for me. Yeah, I could see if it, because it's going to be on Game Pass. Like if it comes to PlayStation Plus, whatever. Like because Artful Escape was a game I was passing on for a while, but that's on PlayStation Plus, and like the similar kind of smaller 2D side-scrolling indie like narrative experience. So I downloaded the PS5 version of Artful Escape for right now. But yeah, I don't have anything against this game. Like I'm glad you guys are really excited for it. So it's just it wasn't one of those oh shit I gotta go get an Xbox to play this or I gotta subscribe to Game Pass.
I mean, heck, that's how I felt during the last PlayStation conference. It's like
Yeah,
be like that.
it do be like that.
Okay,
I don't know. This showcase definitely. You keep saying you don't need to get. I understand not getting an Xbox. Your fucking PC isn't that bad. You can get Game Pass and have a good time if you just expanded what games you like to play.
But I mean, there's so much of the stuff that I like that's of high quality consistently lately. That and plus my like having the PS5 and being able to go into my backlog and play some of these things. It's just like better fidelity than I would have been able to the first time around. Like for me, Jedi.
You know,
Fallen
the next
Order,
game, do not care about it at all.
as Dusk
This is
Falls,
one game that I actively want to hate on.
Oh, as
Just a heads
Dusk
up.
Falls,
Yeah.
I mean, if you like read along, what are those point and click read alongs? Telltale games. There we go.
Yeah,
Nope.
this is another skip trailer for me.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
I was watching this live and I was like, I just no.
I'm happy this game exists. I'm not gonna play it. I'm not interested
Yeah.
in any way, but I am happy that it exists for the media. You know?
Yeah.
I'm not going to interact with that game at all.
At
because
all.
I'm a hater.
At all.
Naraka Blade points coming to consoles for the first time with crossplay confirmed, new campaign mode, and it's coming June 23rd. So like,
Yeah. I'm gonna play
This
that.
shit looks good.
yeah,
I've been wanting to play Naraka Blade Point. But, you know, PC.
so is it free to play? Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
probably coming to PlayStation also. So,
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
Pentiment. This is definitely another.
That was another one of those where I was like, no.
But this is Obsidian's next game, which is weird.
huh.
So this is
Just
what
a-
we're getting out of the Xbox first party, and I'm like, wow.
I kind of. That's the thing about it is like I'm interested in seeing where it goes though because I'm interested. I'm interested. Like the game director is Josh Sora from Pillars of Eternity, and so it's like it's going to be a heavily written game. That's the thing about it, is like New Vegas, Pillars of Eternity. It's more about its writing than it's like moment to moment gameplay. So
yeah,
I'm going to play this.
Okay.
Grounded is finally leaving early access in September after originally being released in July 2020. So, is that also... That's not Obsidian. That is... Who made Grounded?
I believe it is Obsidian.
Yeah. It is definitely
Oh,
Obsidian.
yep, Obsidian. Okay. So, we got 2 Obsidian games back to back. Ereban Shadow Legacy, 2023 Day 1 Game Pass.
That game looks
Stealth game
fine.
I might get to. I always go back and forth on stealth games.
Yeah, it wasn't particularly strong for me. Then they showed Diablo 4, and Diablo 4 like showed extremely poorly. I don't know what has been with Blizzard and the Necromancer for like the last 5 years, but like there's more interesting stuff going on in a Diablo 4 than there being a Necromancer. Necromancer was in Diablo 2. It was in the last DLC for Diablo 3. It was in Diablo 2 Resurrected. It is in Diablo Immortal. Like,
Yeah, I mean, Necromancer's fine.
I see why they did it. It's the final character class. Like, that was the last one that's going to come out with the base game. But my thing about it is I don't trust Blizzard to actually support this game.
Yeah, the longer...
outside of, like, its ability to, like, sell bullshit.
Yeah.
Because that's what happened with Diablo 3. It's like once they fixed the cash shop, they abandoned it for 5 years. We got Reaper of Souls, and everyone was like, oh... And Reaper of Souls was pretty good. I was having a good time. I was like, oh, sweet. We're going to get more Diablo content. And then, no.
And then Necromancer.
Yeah. Necromancer was the last thing we got for Diablo 3.
Yep.
Yeah, because it killed it.
And didn't reanimate it.
No, it did
Because they
not.
picked Necromancer. They should have picked Druid.
Yeah, they could have changed up the way they did this. But just in my opinion, between all the negative stuff around Diablo Immortal, like, Diablo 3 is, like, my favorite of that type of game. Like, Diablo 3 was a game that, like, I know it's not the best one, Jalen.
No,
but
still mulling over. I'm going through the list in my head so I can figure out which one is mine.
But Diablo, like, that is not a game that is, like, if you
Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
For me, my favorite ARPG is still... 2 is my favorite. Objectively, the best one is still Pillars of Eternity. Not Pillars of Eternity, I mean Path of Exile. My favorite is still Diablo 2, though. That was a lot of fun. But I think objectively, the best one is Path of Exile. And it will be Path of Exile 2 whenever Path of Exile 2 comes out.
Does Diablo 2 Resurrected have, like, the controller improvements that Diablo 3 got? Because if it does, I might give Diablo 2 Resurrected a try when Activision is bought. Because Overwatch 2 is free to play.
It has controller support.
Okay. Well, I don't know if it has, like, the dodge roll, but we'll... that I might give that one a try. I don't.
I'll tell you the truth. That dodge roll has gotten me killed more so than it's got. Like, that's what ended my level 59 hardcore barbarian. No. Yeah, that's what killed my barbarian. What killed my wizard was freaking lag. Was freaking the game could not process all the effects it was throwing at me at once, so my character just died. I was so pissed.
Was it permadeath?
Oh yeah, it was a hardcore. These were hardcore characters.
Hardcore is. Yeah.
You die, you lose them all. You lose everything. And I'm like, I really just lost this character I put like 40, 50 hours into because the game just can't handle what the game decided to throw at me.
I put 40, 50 hours into, like, the wizard or the mage or the whatever, and
No, it's wizard.
okay, but yeah. I don't know. Diablo is one of those anomalies with me. It's like you typically wouldn't catch me playing an ARPG, and you typically wouldn't catch me playing a wizard. But I did both with Diablo and fucking loved it.
Here's, I've always thought the only thing keeping you from ARPGs was them not being on console.
Well, now they're more on console. Like, isn't Tribes of Midgard one? And we just got like the native PS5 version of that on PlayStation Plus. And I looked at it and I was like, I'd rather play Diablo. The next thing they showed was Sea of Thieves. A season update is coming.
They did it via sea shanty.
I fucking love it.
It was not. After watching Our Flag Means Death, it's not even the best sea shanty I've heard in the last 6 months.
Hater.
Yeah, but also I'm not like, I was like, maybe I'd try to like Sea of Thieves, watch some like Sea of Thieves beginners videos, and I was like, no, this is not gonna be fun for me, so I'm not gonna go venture out of my way to play Sea of Thieves, especially not in season 7.
Yeah.
Without a crew.
If it's not One Piece, I don't care about being a pirate.
Ravenlock 2023.
This game looked good.
This is when I was kind of like, nothing in this section moved me until Wolong. So Cocoon, which I know is a game from...
Hold on, Ravenlock had some solid like level designs and everything. Like this game looked good.
See, if I could play the trailer and I was...
I don't remember this game.
Yeah.
I do. The thing.
Okay, maybe I do. Yeah, it looks
that's
cool.
The thing about Ravenlock I fuck with the most. I really do fuck with that art style, like the 3D pixelated
Yes.
with their 3D environments.
Oh yeah, no, this looks really good.
The art style's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure... I know Diablo has a following. I know Sea of Thieves has a following. Ravenlock seems to have impressed you guys. I just can't remember it, and I want to play the clip, but I don't want it to blast audio into the stream and into the podcast. So I'm going to not press play. So I'll take you guys' word that it looks good and is interesting. Cocoon
was another one that looked like a good art style, like puzzle game.
I feel like that's the next. I feel like that's the game that wants to sit up there with like Journey and like.
Yeah, that's exactly the vibe I'm getting off of this game.
Is Jep Carlson, who worked on Inside and Limbo. It's not from Playdead, which is the studio that put out Limbo and Inside, but it is one of the like minds behind it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it is a journey inside. Like this one seems to be more puzzle focused, and is more sci-fi than those. So, but for me, that one is like a whenever. That's not like a day one purchase or anything for me. Wolong, Fallen Dynasty, the new Team Ninja game. Romance of the Three Kingdoms, you know.
Let's say they went from Japan and we've gone to China. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Well, they went from Japan to Final Fantasy to China. Stranger of Paradise.
Right. We did go to...
we did go
to... Chaos.
Took a quick little detour into Final Fantasy, the country. But yeah, that's one that's coming to PlayStation, and I'm probably gonna play that with the homies. Like, I didn't get into Neo 2. It's coming to Game Pass, so like that's a big one for people with Game Pass. You could play it on PC and Xbox day one. This is one that I firmly believe is going to be delayed. I don't see this as first half of 2023. And I'd rather them delay it and make it good than rush it out and it'd be Stranger of Paradise. Like, I need them to take this game a little bit more seriously than they took. Like, Stranger of Paradise is good for what it is, but it just doesn't seem to be as good as Neo 2 was, and I need this to be better than Neo 2. Then we got to the Persona Rock block. Boatload of games are coming to Xbox, including Persona 3 Portable, Persona 4 Gold, and Persona 5 Royal. They're confirmed to come to Game Pass, but only Persona 5 has a release date, currently slated for October 21st.
Mm-hmm.
I think by this time next year, all 3 of these games will be out, and yeah, I'll have...
I just want an easy way to play Persona 3.
Yeah, and this will probably be the best way. And I mean, you have Game Pass, so you can play the Windows version. It's coming to Steam if you want to go down that route. Like, I'm probably gonna get Persona 5 Royal, the PS5 version, when that goes on sale. But Persona 4 Golden and Persona 3 Portable are day one cops on PlayStation for me.
Yeah,
I'm getting them all as soon as I can get them, wherever I can get them. And I know when I get Persona 5 Royal on PlayStation 5, I'm gonna have to play it all over again.
Yep, you said you were gonna wait to buy that game for the native. I feel like this is another one of you manifesting Persona shit out of nowhere, because you were saying like the game that you had physically that you didn't have digitally that you most like have wanted to play like a couple weeks ago was Persona 5 Royal. And you're like, oh,
Yep.
We need that native PS5 version. I was like, I don't think we're getting it, but we're getting it. The one interesting thing about this, first of all, like we said, none of these are coming to Switch, even though Golden and Persona 3 Portable.
Golden and Portable need to be on Switch. Persona 5, it doesn't have to.
Yeah.
Don't try and make it work. Don't worry about it.
So there's that, and it's interesting that on PlayStation we're getting PS4 versions of P3P and P4G. On Xbox they're getting native Series X and S versions because of smart delivery. So for me that's kind of a weird thing, but you know, I honestly don't care because I bought Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, the PS4 version, so I'm going to have... Like, maybe we'll get folders. Even if we don't get folders, there's going to be a day I open Persona 5, Persona 5 Royal, Persona 4 Golden, Persona 4 Dancing All Night. Like, just all the Persona games.
Just for the crazy screenshot?
Yeah, the fucking, why, I'm a casual Persona enjoyer tweet.
I can actually play Persona now.
I can play the one I've been wanting to play on PlayStation, which is Golden. So I'm going to start an entirely another playthrough of that game and finally beat it this time.
Golden's been out for like 2 years on Steam.
Yeah, and I started a new playthrough and got pretty like a good little chunk in.
I put about 10 minutes in.
It was my first Vita game. Like, so
I made it to the gas station.
Oh, damn.
That's it?
Wow.
Oh, damn.
I can't believe you managed to get through the first hour and a half.
Have I beat more Persona games on this podcast?
Yes.
Oh, except probably Jalen.
Except
He's
for me.
played 3 and 4, right?
I beat 2.
Oh.
Both 2s, 3 and 4.
Okay. I'm only
Told me
beating
a long
4
time before I actually put in the time to beat 5. I'm just gonna say that now.
But now you can play Royal on Game Pass. That is an Xbox Series
Royal on Game Pass.
That is an Xbox Series S ass game if I've ever seen one. That is like, if I had a Series S, all 3 Persona games would be going straight onto that, and both Nier games.
Yeah, my boy got an Xbox, and I can finally talk him into getting Persona now, since he didn't have a PlayStation. So, like, hey,
and I mean,
you can finally play it.
If he has Xbox, or if he has Game Pass,
you have an Xbox and you don't have Game Pass?
I mean, I have an Xbox but don't have Game Pass.
Do you play your Xbox?
I'm
or
just
do you
saying.
use it as
I'm
a
just
glorified DVD player.
It is a Blu-ray player, for the record.
My bad. If you play games on your Xbox and you don't have Game Pass, I don't know what you're doing. Give up Netflix and buy Game Pass.
Okay, so the last two things, Kojima and Xbox have a partnership. We didn't get the trailer, which was apparently going around in like some leak circles. Like there was a trailer for this game that Kojima's working on with Xbox, but Kojima is saying it's a game he always wanted to make, and that
Scares me.
Well, Kojima also said that about Death Stranding.
Yeah, that's why that scares me.
I don't know. Death
I
Stranding.
don't know if I don't want another walking simulator.
I don't think
Death Stranding was good.
It won't be in the same vein of Death Stranding because it's going to be its own thing.
Yeah, it's going to be its own thing, powered by the cloud on Xbox. And the only other game powered by the cloud that I know that you like and that I regard highly is Microsoft Flight Simulator. Because that's so, like, Kojima with the power of Microsoft Flight Simulator. It might just be a survival horror flight simulator.
That sounds.
Oh, that'd be tight as fuck.
That would be
Flying
so
plane,
cool.
Aliens are invading, and
And you can see Kojima making that. And like after Death Stranding and Metal Gear Solid 5, yeah. And Silent Hill, well, PT. Like after all of these things, you could see Kojima making Microsoft Flight Simulator Survival Horror Edition, a Hideo Kojima game.
He did psych me out a little bit because I was like, oh shit, we have gotten some Silent Hill news.
Yeah, that I didn't know what it was going into it because I didn't hear about like the leaks and stuff until after the fact.
Yeah.
About the trailer and stuff, but for me, it's cool because whatever Kojima does is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
And Robbie brings up a good point in chat about it being a Strand game. Strand games like make more sense as cloud games, in my opinion. Like,
I mean, they did. Didn't Norman Reedus already leak that they were working on the sequel? So
I don't trust, because last time Norman Reedus said something, it was just additional stuff for the director's cut. And it seems like the thing that leaked had the actress that played Mama in Death Stranding as like a different character. So Norman Reedus just hangs out with Hideo Kojima, speaks no Japanese, and like is just there having fun. Because if you got to just hang out with Kojima, you would.
Yeah.
So Norman Reedus just gets to hang out with Kojima.
Yeah.
And so Norman Reedus is just hanging out with Kojima. I don't think there might be a Death Stranding 2, but I don't necessarily see it. And it's also interesting knowing that Kojima is going to be working on something else other than that in the meantime, so it's not like Kojima's like on that treadmill. Like, I think if there is a Death Stranding 2, it'll be far enough along that it makes sense to do that. Mm-hmm. And Kojima's going to justify whatever Kojima makes, because Kojima doesn't just make shit. Like, Kojima wants his shit to sell.
Uh-huh.
And was offended that it didn't perform well in North America, like, and even though it did really well in Japan, and Kojima was like, yeah, because Japanese people have better taste.
Kojima's a fucking G.
Right. And only Kojima could say something like that and not be like internet mobbed. People are like, yeah, you might be right. Might be spitting right now. Kojima-san. Starfield was the last game. Did not move.
Ooh-wee. When I tell y'all I don't give a fuck about this game.
Yeah.
Really?
Nothing they showed me was like, oh my god, here we go. It looks
No,
good.
Starfield's a game I already decided to hate on.
Why?
I mean, it looks fine, but it doesn't move me.
You know, I like the character creator. I like the background and the RPG elements in it. I was like, oh, Bethesda's actually putting RPG elements in their games again. Wow.
Well, I mean, Bethesda hasn't made an RPG since Fallout 4.
Yeah, and Fallout 4 is literally one of the most stripped back RPGs I've ever played in my life. Like, that game might as well have not been an RPG for all it actually mattered.
That's true. No, I mean, aside from the ending where the guy was like, yeah, you got like 1,000 planets you can explore.
More than 1,000 planets.
I could have sworn he said 1,000. It doesn't matter. It was way
and
too
I'm about
many.
to sleep on all of them.
That's too many.
I was like, I'm down to explore the entire solar system.
Well,
that I'm currently in.
There are over 100 solar systems in
Right.
the game. The planets, they have Goldilocks zones. They've talked about having the biggest area, like handcrafted area they've ever had in any of these games. And so all the story content will happen on the Goldilocks planets where life is capable, like planets
yeah.
the correct distance from the sun, so it's not too hot or too cold for life. And so, but I mean, I just don't enjoy Bethesda's RPGs. Like, I missed the boat on Oblivion, which might have like swayed me, but
No.
I didn't like Skyrim. I didn't like Fallout 4. Like, Starfield just doesn't like. I hope it's not buggy. I hope it's a great game for those who it's made for.
I mean, shit, even if it is buggy, fucking Skyrim's still selling. And they're re-releasing that thing on everything.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're not doing that with Fallout 4 yet, because I could see them doing that with Fallout 4. And then,
either way, Starfield's going to make money. Whether
yeah. Is it for
none
me?
of us on this game podcast like it.
Well, Jalen's going to have fun with it.
I really want to know what that fucking space flight is like, because that looked good.
That ship combat looked pretty tight. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie.
Okay.
That ship combat looked really good. And building your own ship.
Well, that was it for Xbox. We're an hour 45 minutes in. I guess I'll go over Devolver really quick, because I watched Devolver, and Devolver had a great showcase. Like, Devolver again, like the games here look awesome. All 4 of these games I want to play. One of them is near the top of my most anticipated games list after all of this. But you got to watch the showcase to see the shit post. Mecha Suda 51,
Yes.
the gaming singularity, the final loot box coin. It's top tier. Devolver being Devolver. It's the countdown to marketing, in case you want to know what the name.
Right.
Yes.
And they don't have anything for when the countdown hits 0. But
it was.
Of course, as done in the game industry in our trials of 2022.
in our post-COVID
It was
world.
solid.
Angerfoot is a new game about kicking doors and kicking ass. It looks fucking awesome. First person Hotline Miami, essentially.
Hey. That,
Also,
That's just-
extremely mild everything everywhere all at once spoilers in this trailer. I was like, wow. If you've seen that movie, you get what
Same
I'm talking
energy.
about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, not same energy. Like, there's a spoiler for that. Like, if I wanted to spoil that movie with no context, there'd be a shot from that trailer, from the Angerfoot trailer. But yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, I
Looks
think this was the only game that really didn't get it for me. Every other game that they showed, I was like,
Oh no.
all right. But this one was the one that was like, I could pass. I will definitely pass on this one.
Plucky Squire is like Nier Automata.
Looks fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
This is Chef's Kiss.
Plucky Squire is if Nier Automata were a storybook, like a children's storybook, and not a deep, depressing, adult, male philosophical. Like, if it weren't all of that, and like just had the different types of gameplay and like the mix between 2D and 3D, and transitioning between different stuff for like different game mechanics for different scenarios and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's this game. It looks really good.
Really good.
People are comparing it to It Takes Two and what I've played of It Takes Two. And the other game it reminded me of was
I think this is going to be better than It Takes Two.
A Link Between Worlds. It Takes Two was like, I could send you a buddy pass and we could play it so you could give it a try. I need to finish it with Angelina.
No, I've decided to hate on that game too.
Jesus.
But yeah, Plucky Squire looks good. Cult of the Lamb, August 11th.
Finally got a release date ready to go.
Yeah.
I was been waiting for
Yeah,
that
that's
game
gonna be
since
fun.
last year.
Demo's available now on Steam.
Oh, hell yeah.
So if you want to try that
I'm
out.
opening up Steam.
And then the last game they showed was Skate Story. Yeah.
This
Apparently
game looks wild with skate mechanics.
Yeah, right? You're a demon made of glass.
And also, you skate a lot.
and the music
like, cool.
the music was really like this game is a
Yeah.
vibe. That trailer was
Yeah.
like I'm like
100%.
I'm like if a game has a skateboard in it, I'm down to check it out. And this looks like Thumper. It gives me so many vibes of games that I fuck with, and now it's from Devolver, which means they're getting like Skate Story day one Instacop. Let me pre-order it. Like when they were hitting the button to see how much they could make people throw money at their screens, and like this trailer was one of the buttons they hit. They're like, the numbers just spiked. I'm like, yeah, I'm one of those numbers.
Oh, I'd like to say one thing I would like to add into this, specifically in the Devolver section, is that Steam's Next Fest is going on, meaning a bunch of demos for a lot of stuff that is coming soon to Steam is on there.
Nice.
But I say that because you can get Cult of the Lamb demo and the Angerfoot demo.
Ooh. So yeah, I'm probably gonna try both
Midnight
those
Fight
out.
Express.
I'm
And
probably
Midnight
gonna.
Fight Express, which looks really fucking good.
And like we said, the Saints Row, Boss Factory, and like there's been a bunch of just free stuff to play. So getting on to Capcom, Resident Evil 4 gets a new gameplay trailer. Apparently, it's getting a major new edition. I didn't actually get to. This is the one that I didn't actually get to watch. I got the crucial news out of it that I needed, and then
Yeah, it was a fine conference.
yeah,
It wasn't the best.
It was,
Was
in
not
my
worse.
personal opinion, they literally could have done what they did with Resident Evil, was put the DLC that they showed for Village in the PlayStation one, and then put what they showed for Rise in the Nintendo one, and then not done a thing.
there's not a
the Nintendo one's not out yet.
Yeah, the Nintendo.
I know, it's
one
coming
is
on the 29th.
It's
rumor
allegedly.
Either way,
But the reason they couldn't have done that is because Rise
We got
comes
the
out
Rise
on the
demo.
30th. Yeah, we needed to get the Rise demo somewhere. So the reason that for me that this happened, so they showed Village DLC.
they did. Fucking sick. You actually get to fight the merchant.
And it has third person, so that's interesting that this one is the first one that's hybrid first person, third person.
They added third person to the Village gameplay
let's go.
itself.
Old style, let's rock.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, so they put Ethan in VR. You already see him in first person, and now you get to see him in third person. It's gonna be. I could play this game 3 times. I've already played it twice.
Mercenaries will let you play as Lady Dimitrescu in the near
As Demetrius.
Demetrius.
And then what's the guy's name? Jake from State Farm.
Jake?
Ethan?
No, the fucking long-haired dude with telekinesis powers.
Carl Heisenberg.
Yeah, there we go. I don't.
Kidneys.
Chris Redfield and Carl Heisenberg will also be joining.
Yeah.
So,
And Mercenaries has never been my thing.
well, yeah, so these 3 things you get the Winter's expansion. Wait,
This all comes with Gold Edition, right?
Shadows of Rose
Shadow of Rose was the DLC.
with the DLC, the Mercenaries additional characters, and the third person is the third thing. Those 3 things and Village make up the Gold Edition, which is probably going to be the edition I get.
Yeah.
And then Resident Evil 2 Remake, Resident Evil 3 Remake, and Resident Evil 7 get free next-gen upgrades available now.
Already played Resident Evil 2 with the PS5 upgrade.
Yeah, so Chris, I'm going to have you come over to my house. I know we've been talking about doing this at Resident Evil for a while, but I need you to speed run 2 and 3 if possible, and 7 also if possible.
I could do 7 and I can do 2. I can't do 3 yet.
Okay, that's fine.
Yet.
I just want to sit here and watch you play speed run those games and but don't skip the cutscenes so I can follow the story. And I just watch you do that because I know that takes an hour tops.
Yeah, I think my time was 1 hour and 6 minutes. So plus cutscenes. So there you go. That's not. Yeah. I mean, 1 hour 30.
But I feel like 7 and Resident Evil 2, because I'm not going to motivate myself to play them, but I'll totally watch you play them.
I jumped into a game, I downloaded the PS5 version of Remake or 2 Remake, and then downloaded. Did your trophies auto pop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I downloaded my save file, popped into it, and I did something because I'm doing the second run of Claire's, and I just was in the middle of the police station, not knowing where the hell. The last thing I did, while also being chased by Mr. X, I'm I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I just did, and I have. But while being chased, and it's hard to get the real ray tracing. It looks really good. It looks better on PS5. It plays smoother on PS5.
Yeah, higher frame rate, 4K ray tracing, and 3D audio. So
right, it was all I got all that, but the ray tracing was a little bit hard until I was out in the rain and actually got to see what was going on and the ray tracing aspect of it. And I was like, yeah, this game looks so much better.
And I think 7 would really use that
really
stuff
shine.
well.
Yeah. I think that one, because it is the older game, it needs that little bit of a touch up.
Yeah. And I mean, it got it. So, and the fact that this is the one downside, I got Resident Evil 7 through the PlayStation Plus collection. And
so you don't get the
I don't get the free upgrade. Yeah. But that game's literally $20 now, so
I think I have 3 copies of 7 if you just want one. But you don't have a disc, never mind.
Right. Yeah, but I'm also down to spend $20 on a PS5 native version of Resident Evil 7.
Why not? Yeah.
Okay, so Rise got a bunch of news, but it got the demo, which is on Steam and Switch. I played it on Switch. Malzinos is hard as balls.
Just think Hollow Ichigo.
Yeah. Big Hollow Ichigo vibes. But Malzinos is a really cool monster. It's cool that we got to play on the jungle map. We were there and we're oh, we fought a Devil Joe here. We fought a Mitsuzune here. So there are specific hunts from Generations Ultimate that we remember on that map. And now not having the loading screens makes that map a lot more fun to be on.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can get knocked off a cliff and then not sit in a loading screen for 5 seconds. But yeah, the demo's out. Steam, Switch. It looks great on PC. I really wish I could convince our homies in the rupees with Steam Decks to switch over to PC with me. Because if I had a Steam Deck, there'd be zero chance I'd play Sunbreak on Switch. Because it just looks and runs so much better on PC.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, Exoprimal gets a gameplay trailer, closed network test, coming ahead of release. We got some more Street Fighter 6. We're getting at least one more. They said we're getting at least one more announcement in 2022, considering within the last week we got it announced. Ryu, Chun-Li, and Guile. And we got like a bunch of news is having crossplay, is having rollback. So it seems like Street Fighter 6 is really just going to come out best foot forward and really do the damn thing, which I'm excited for. Dragon's Dogma 10th anniversary event teased, but no sequel announced. So we got to wait for that event for the sequel to be announced, despite the sequel being leaked multiple times.
The main thing is that baseball jersey, because I needs that.
Right.
That shit was hard. They're playing games with people though, so yeah, that's wild.
Okay, and then I just want to bring up Geeks Week. I'm not going over all these things. There are only like certain highlights for me specifically that I want to bring up. I want to bring up Intergalactic, the animated series from Kid Cudi, and Kenya Barris from Blackish, which I didn't realize until just now. The first trailer is really good. It's expecting to come out this fall. Like, I'm here for it. There's going to be an album with it. So, new Kid Cudi music, Kid Cudi acting, Kid Cudi animation. Like, Cudi fans going to be spazzing. It's going to be great. The next thing that they talked about, Junji Ito has another animated series in the works because Uzumaki's already in the works with Adult Swim. And so we're getting something else Junji Ito from Netflix.
The coin is still in the air. I mean, when it comes to the anime adaptations, like, the collection that was done was not good. I expect Uzumaki to be good. I hope Uzumaki's good.
Yeah, Uzumaki looks good. It's just taking a really long time, and apparently, like, the people are, like, producers are pissed about people, like, talking shit about it online with, like, very little to go off of. Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Finally, the Trigger anime that we've been waiting on for a really long time. We're finally getting that. Dragon Age Absolution and another Castlevania show, Castlevania Nocturne. It's going to be about Richter, descendant of
Slide God Richter. Saying that slide kick that Richter does in that game is stupid, especially once you figure out how to get the jump in between it. That's one of the stupidest movement options in a game. It's amazing.
We got a new look at Tekken Bloodline and more of the Cuphead show. And Sonic Prime, like, scrolling down this list, I'm like, damn, I actually cared about this. I actually cared about this. I actually cared about this. We got the first look at the One Piece live action. We got a new trailer for the Resident Evil live action series.
Yeah.
And yeah, scrolling through, nothing else speaks to me specifically. Oh, Umbrella Academy season 3.
Oh.
So yeah, Netflix, they got a kind of stacked lineup for the next year. Like, I know the price.
This is their final stand.
Yeah, this is But I mean,
Yeah,
if we're getting a
somehow.
Trigger anime out of it, more Castlevania, more Cuphead show, I'll take it, you know? If part of your last stand is Junji Ito, you know? And Kid Cudi, that's a slate right there. Okay. Well, I know we've been going really long, and I wanted to cover a lot of these things, and I'm glad we got to. Does anybody have one more thing before we wrap? Because this has probably been our longest episode in a long time.
Long time.
The episodes are always stupid long.
Right.
Yeah. I remember the year we had to break it into 2 parts because it was just that long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope, nothing here.
No more things. All right. Well, remember, you can follow us all collectively around the internet. CheesyControllerPodcast.com. You can follow me on Twitter at Anton63X's. Chris.
You can follow me at Chef and Chris.
Jalen.
Wade Bishop.
Madrid.
Speedwagon X.
All right. This has been a Know It's Good production. The video version is edited by Lana Twisted Mind. The audio version is edited by Iknowjones. Until next time, keep it cheesy.